Welcome back to Life With Us TV. It's your girl, Lynette.
And it's your boy, Stanley.
Y'all family, we just got back from our first Alaskan cruise, and the number one question that we keep getting is, how do I pack for my first Alaskan cruise? Baby, you know we got you.
Here I come.
We got you. But first, I want you to start thinking layers. I want you to start thinking about things around your home that you can repurpose. And then also add in a few Amazon purchases in there, here and there.
Yeah, man.
The goal is not to walk around the airport with 2 and 3 pieces of checked luggage just for you.
Right.
You ready to get into it? Let's go. The first thing we want to talk about is, what did I say? Layers.
Yeah,
all
man.
right. So this is something that I did find on Amazon. These are sleeves,
Game
baby.
changer. Yeah.
So this allowed me to wear some of the t-shirts that I already own, some of the things that I love to wear on vacations anyway, but just adding another component to it where I can control how I feel, control the temperature. So if I get too warm, just take the daggone sleeves off.
Yeah.
But these were a game changer.
Yeah.
Did y'all know that you could just buy sleeves?
Yeah.
Let me know in the comments.
So when I seen the queen, I was like, what the hell is that?
A lot of people wear them for working out and things like that. No, I was just trying to stay warm without having to buy a bunch of long sleeve clothing.
Yes, indeed. And we definitely can't forget about you fellas. So the queen actually rolled up on this for me. So I ain't got sleeves. I got a whole shirt. But it's the long sleeve, like thermal type of shirt that can breathe. So this is like my first layer that I put on with everything. And then I put my coat on right on top of that, man. So we definitely will link these down in the description for you. So
absolutely.
We got you, man. All right, so not only do I get the shirts like this, I also pack me a couple of pair of jeans and some sweatpants. So I mainly wore my sweatpants because sweatpants are really, really comfortable for me. So I would just say, get something that's comfortable with you. If jeans is your thing, do jeans. If jogging pants is your thing, do that. But both of them kept me very warm.
And yoga pants for me, and stretch pants and leggings, things like that. Thicker leggings, not them thin Jones.
Right. All right, the next thing you're gonna need for your Alaskan cruise, of course, is a coat or a jacket. Now, we like to we did 2 different types. So we did a rain resistant or water resistant jacket, and then we had a regular coat. But the first coat that we bought didn't work, so we had to end up buying a coat on the cruise. So this was the raincoat that the queen got me right here. So this is my raincoat, and then that's she can show you her raincoat.
And mine is fleece lined, so it was very comfortable, very warm, and it didn't feel like a raincoat. His feels more like a raincoat.
Yeah, it's real thin. And so we had took some coats on the cruise with us, but they was not warm enough because we was in Juneau. It was like 30 degrees. So we went to the store.
On board.
Yep. And we got this coat. So we got 2 same coats. They actually was running a like 25% off sale. So we ended up paying like $50 for this coat. But here's the thing. I like what the queen said, that it's more better to buy a coat from the climate that you're in because they're going to be prepared for you.
Right.
So you may have to wait till you get to the Seattle to get a coat. But this one actually worked out perfect for us.
It did. It worked perfectly. And for us, if we had thought about this beforehand, we could have saved space in our luggage by not packing the one that didn't work.
Right.
All right. Alaska calls for hoodies, zip-up hoodies, pullovers, sweaters. Listen, already had this in my home. Didn't have to go out and purchase anything differently than this. But yes, and if I felt like I needed something a little bit to bulk it up, to make it a little bit more warmer, the sleeves.
Yep. And I got the reverse one. I got the hoodie. So I actually did this. And then I also put the last shirt you showed me underneath of this to keep warm. Or I put a t-shirt on it. All depends on what was going on, what was happening. Right. But yeah, this worked out perfect. All right, so the next thing that you want to bring, fam, and you're going to thank me later, is a warm hat, man. So we decided to bring these beanies. So we was on a group trip with over 50 of us, and we had these for the cruise cousins, some Lifewithustv beanies. Came in a clutch to keep that head warm, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And to piggyback off of him and the hats, fleece ear warmers or something to cover your ears. Now, if you already have hats that have like the ears pieces built into them, then you could probably omit this.
Right.
But since we were just doing it like this, and we just wanted the simplified beanies, we just decided to buy these from Amazon. I basically wore them together most of the time. Sometimes he did, but
Right.
yeah, for the most part, I had them both on at the same time. Kept my ears warm.
Indeed. But the good thing, like when we was in Alaska, like the coldest place was in Juneau. When we was in Ketchikan and we was in Skagway, the temperature was high 50s, 60s, but we still made sure that we had some gloves. So the queen got me these gloves right here. These are just not any ordinary gloves. These are gloves so that you can actually still use your phone while you have them on. And that's going to be very, very important because you don't want to be at the glaciers, at the whales, or on the train trying to take pictures with your phone or take video, and you trying to do it with your glove. Then you got to take your glove off.
Right.
These are perfect for that, to be able to still use your devices and keep your motherfucking hands warm.
Yep. All right, the next thing that you have to do, this is a non-negotiable. Not even trying to be funny, and this is where you may have to spend some money if you do not already have these in your closet, is some type of water-resistant shoes. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money because, honestly, I probably will never wear these again unless it decides to snow in Virginia.
Right.
But these water-resistant, slip-resistant shoes, these are the Columbia brand, and they turned out to be fairly comfortable. So I didn't mind them at all. They may not be the cutest shoe in the world, but again, if you have some already, just pack them. You don't have to wear the snow boots or anything like that. It never was an issue.
No.
But just make sure that you have these to keep your feet dry.
Yeah, fellas, and I didn't have no water shoes.
He had them. He didn't pack them.
I didn't pack them. Matter of fact, I didn't have no room to pack them. So I just took my regular shoes that I had. I just wore them. So I'm sorry,
And what
fellas.
happened? The feet got wet.
Yeah, feet got wet when we was in Canada, but that's okay. But speaking of getting wet, so we were prepared for rain in Alaska because we went in July, of course, and that's kind of one of the times, July, August is when it really rains. It actually didn't rain, but you still want to make sure that you bring yourself a poncho. So what we did was we created some Lifewithustv ponchos for the cousins on the group.
Yes.
But yes, you can get some ponchos on Amazon as well.
Yeah, Walmart,
Right,
Dollar Tree.
So this is perfect, is you don't have your raincoat. We actually took this around with us everywhere we went just in case it did rain. And it did not rain in Alaska at all, like I said.
Until we got to the one place where we got cocky, didn't have them.
Yeah.
If you saw the vlogs, you already know.
Yep.
And the next thing to go along with the poncho is a travel size umbrella that's wind resistant.
Yes.
I did not pack one because I forgot, but thankfully they provided them for us on Celebrity Edge, but I will not bank on that.
Right.
I would pack my own because it really did come in a clutch to keep that water from over top your head at least, so it can have somewhere else to fall except for directly on you.
Right. And the next thing that you need to bring, especially if you deal with chapped lips a lot, and you definitely want to have you some chapstick
Because of that wind.
Because of that wind gonna dry them lips out. So we don't want you to have no dry cracked lips while you're on the trip. So make sure you bring you some lip balm or some chapstick, man.
One thing that I did invest in was some polarized sunglasses, and this is the reason why. In my researches, I realized that a lot of people who deal with floaters, as I deal with floaters, had a really hard time with their eyes, especially when it came time to look at the glaciers or going up the mountainside, because it's Alaska, but you don't think about how bright and vibrant everything is, and especially once it starts reflecting off. So I say, if you have astigmatisms, if you're a person that has floaters like myself, invest in some polarized glasses. I will link the ones that I have below. They also went over regular glasses. So a lot of times if you are a person that have to wear prescription regular eyeglasses, these will fit right over top of those ones. And they were kind of stylish. So they worked out good.
Yeah. Once again, I ain't had no glasses. I thugged it out.
Yeah. Now, this is kind of like a bonus before we get to the bonus. If you are a person that have Meta glasses, this is the time to wear your Meta glasses. I'm just saying. And especially if you have the polarized metal glasses that go from clear to tinted,
man. Yeah.
this is the perfect time to do those as well. Don't invest in them, but if you already have them, what are we doing? Repurpose what we already have.
All right, so the next thing we thought was real important that you should pack for, because I know you get excited about the glaciers and the mountains and the mountain goats and the bears and all the good stuff and the crabs. You're thinking about all that stuff, but don't forget you gotta go on the ship, and the ship is still gonna have some theme nights.
Yes.
So make sure that you go definitely pack for whatever cruise line you on, whether it's Carnival, Royal, Celebrity, Princess, Holland America. Make sure you check for the themes, because you still want to have some good time on the ship. So even though we know when you go to Alaska, it's not about the ship, it's all about the ports. But hey, we still want to have some fun in the ride while we going there, don't you? So yes, so definitely pack your themes.
All right, the next thing, the days are long, the evenings are long.
Yeah.
You need to prepare yourself for the day, because once you get off the ship, you're gonna be out there for probably like 5-6 hours at a time.
Right.
Crossbody bag, something that has a little bit of space so that you can put certain things in it. We'll talk about what to put in it a little later, but just having something that was very comfortable straps just to be able to put across you. And y'all know I'm a fanny pack girl, but this was not the time to wear the fanny pack. This was time to have something very comfortable across your body.
Yeah, and so what I did was I wore, of course, my Lifewithustv crossbody, and this is when I put my poncho, I put my, which we're going to talk about later.
Gloves.
When you my hat when I wasn't wearing it, my wallet. I also put the
chargers.
We'll
talk about that later.
Yeah, my tripods, everything that I was going to take to make sure that I was able to be prepared in port. I was able to put it all in here, everything I just named. So
absolutely,
definitely fellas, one of these. And then if you got a whole lot of stuff you want to take, you can do the backpack, which this is the backpack I take on every cruise. Again, we're going to link all this down in the description so that you can pick up this stuff so you can have a wonderful vacation and be prepared, bro.
Absolutely.
And see us. This is another one we believe you should pack, and you probably wouldn't even think about it because we always pack this when we go to the Caribbeans, and that is hydration packets. Because like Q said, we got to have concentration
on hydration.
So just because you're in Alaska and the temperatures are not that high as it is in the Caribbean, you still need to be hydrated, especially if you are a drinker. So you know that alcohol dehydrates us. So definitely bring your hydration packets, and don't just bring them. Use them motherfuckers, man.
All right, the next thing to pack. These are my husband's, because
binoculars.
He's
baby.
Officially at that age where he just watches stuff with the binoculars. But a good pair of binoculars, if you don't have any, I wouldn't say spend a whole lot of money in them because you're probably never going to use them again. But these came in a clutch.
Yeah, man.
Because every time something would float by, you'd be like, What's that? And then you'd be like, oh, that's a glacier with different colors, or that's a different kind of ship or a different kind of boat that's out there in the horizon. So you're able to look at the mountains and things like that. We almost did not take these because we kept hearing that Celebrity Edge provided binoculars. They did not provide them for us.
I told you, I was like, I'm taking my binoculars.
We had these.
Yeah. And then also they was really good for seeing wildlife. So we was able to catch the mountain goats that was far away.
Right.
And then also like the floating glacier ice that you couldn't catch on your phone, was able to look at that. Yeah, you're gonna thank us for that. Especially when we had got into the Endicott Arm.
Yes.
Beautiful. So I was able to put down our veranda window, and I was out there like this, looking at everything, just trying to take everything in real close. Yeah.
That was a beautiful sight.
Yes, it was. Beautiful. All right, so the next thing that we think you should pack, not think that you should pack,
need these.
Because in port, you're gonna be in port a long time on some days. I think the shortest port that we was in Victoria, Canada.
Right.
Ketchikan, Skagway, and Juneau were long days.
At least 7 to 8 hours.
So you want to make sure your phone stay charged up. So make sure you bring you a portable phone charger. And this one right here, we really love this one. This one has been a game changer. I highly recommend picking this one up. Matter of fact, I actually lost my last one on a train ride, and I was so mad because I didn't realize that I lost it till I was getting ready to go on the trip, and I had to thug it out with Lynette. Me and her had to use the same one, but get you one, man.
Absolutely. All right, the next thing, concentration on hydration, is you definitely need a tumbler or something.
Yeah, man.
But not just any tumbler. So we're not thinking about the Stanleys or things like that. We need something that has a top that you can secure your beverages so that you can fill this up in the morning before you get off that ship and throw it in your bag.
Yeah.
Me, I didn't have a bag big enough for it, so sometimes I would put it in Stanley's backpack, or I would just have it like this. I also have a strap to go to it.
Yeah.
But I didn't wear it during this trip. But you want to be able to have water. You need it. You're off that ship for a very long time.
Very long. The next thing that we highly recommend, because we definitely believe in hygiene and keeping yourself clean. And we trying to go to Alaska, eat some crabs and some of the good food there. Make sure you take you some hand sanitizer, man. To make sure your hands are clean, because you on a whale watching, you're gonna be touching the boob. If you eat crabs, you're gonna be at the lumberjack show touching the benches. So you're gonna be touching some stuff that's not sanitary.
And you're gonna want to eat some of the things that you see out there.
So make sure you pick yourself up some hand sanitizer.
Wait.
God, don't.
And again, most of you all already have this.
Yeah, right at your hand.
Right at the palm of your hands. All right, the next thing that you want to consider having is a non-surge protector, some type of extension outlet source.
Yeah, man.
Now, let me go ahead and preface this by saying this right here on certain cruise lines are a no-no. From what we understand, it's a no-no on Celebrity and it's a no-no on Royal. Did we get it through? Yes. But what I will tell you, let me educate you real quick. Royal Caribbean and Celebrity has cracked down on the fact that they don't want you having multi-plugs on an extension. So if this only had one plug and 1,000 USBs and 1,000 USB-Cs, it's fine. So this one right here is technically not what you should be using. The one that we do have, I can't find right now, but we have it linked in our Amazon storefront. So that should be something that you consider picking up as well. Again, one outlet.
Yes.
Unlimited USB-Cs and USB is basically the goal here.
All right, the next thing we recommend you bring in, especially being a first-time Alaska cruiser, you probably didn't even thinking about this, which is magnetic hooks for your cabin.
Yes.
So for us, we was on a Celebrity Edge, and they did not have any storage outside in the cabin. All the storage was either the drawers, the closets, or inside of the bathroom.
Yeah, so we're talking about no shelves.
Yeah, so this was actually really good to hang up your hats. It was real good to hang up our lanyards, our coats, anything that, we didn't want to be laying on the floor or put in the closet. You can actually have that. So you would definitely thank us for these. Make sure you get ones that hold up to like 22 pounds, because you're going to have a heavy coat. So if you need to put it on there, you want to make sure they won't slide down the wall.
All right, the next thing to consider is a sleep mask. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, man.
Alaska does not get dark until like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. I know. So if you're a person that's trying to turn in early, you may have an issue if you're a person that cannot fall asleep while seeing daylight still outside your window. Right. So I'm not a person that can sleep with an eye mask. That will create claustrophobia for me. Make me claustrophobic. I can't do it. But there's a couple of ways to block out the sunlight if you don't want to wear a sleep mask. I've heard people say that they've used binder clips to clip the curtains together. For us, thankfully, we were in an infinite veranda, and it had the blackout shade that went from top to bottom. Yes, you could still see a little light on the seams of the actual blind, but it wasn't a big deal for me. But I do want you to prepare that those nights are really, really light.
Yeah.
And it depends on when you go. You could have more daylight in the night than what we had. It just depends. So please do your research. This is a possibility for you.
All right, so the next thing we want to pack that, we might forget will be a lanyard. So for me, I do a lanyard and I do the card holder as well.
Me too.
Because I like this one right here, and I'll link this down here. I like that they have a little extra pouch right there so that I can put my money and license, credit cards or whatever. So if I don't want to bring my whole wallet with me all out when we at port, I use that for that, man.
Yeah, mine actually has a zipper, so it's a little bit more secure. So I can put like tip money, the license, like you said, in there as well. All right, the next thing that we recommend, and if you are a frequent cruiser, you probably already have these, is luggage tag holders. The reason we love them, don't look at them, they beat up because they are used.
Yeah.
Is because when you print your luggage tag, you don't want to just tape it to it. You don't want to like just rig it up, because these people are handling thousands of pieces of luggage, and they are not going to be careful with your bag just because your stuff is a little janky. You don't want your stuff being ripped off, pulled off, and then the next thing you know, your bag does not show up to your door later on, and you have to go down there and try to figure out, well, where's my bag? And these right here, they're reinforced. They have the rivets, so they are very hard to pull off. And for us, we just keep them on our bags, period.
Right.
Whether or not we're going on a cruise that requires us to do the luggage tags or not.
Yeah, and we recommend too is printing off extra luggage tags and putting them on the inside of your suitcase, because
carry-on.
we have had our bags be put at somebody else's room, and thank God that we had the luggage tags on there, so they was able to
Brought it
on down to us, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, that extra precaution definitely helps
Every time.
And speaking of precaution, I know we on vacation, and sometimes we feel like we are irresistible to accidents. We don't think we can hurt ourselves because we Superman on vacation, especially after you get some alcohol in yourself. That's I'm talking about myself. Is make sure, man, you bring you a first aid kit. So you have some Band-Aids and all that good stuff, Neosporin, peroxide wipes, whatever you think you're going to need, bring that right there, because you just never know what's going to happen while you're on vacation. Because on one vacation that I was on, I was coming around the side of the bed and bust my leg wide open. And
he's not exaggerating.
Blood was everywhere, because when you're drinking alcohol, it thins out your blood. So yeah, so I was able to clean that up the best that I could with this thing, but I still had to go to get some stuff from the medic.
Yep.
But the first aid kit did help me get by until I got that.
Exactly. All right, the next thing that I feel that you should invest in, not just for this cruise, every cruise, is a pill organizer. I've had this one for so long, and every time I show it, everybody goes crazy, and we can see that our Amazon storefront just goes crazy. I've relabeled them. I have the labels that it came with, but there are different things that I need to have in mind that I don't have labels for. But for the most part, you want to take some type of pain reliever, whether it be Tylenol base, Motrin, ibuprofen base, also some cold meds, whatever that means for you.
Yeah, man.
Allergy medicine. I have anti-diarrhea medicine, Benadryl.
Yeah.
You never know when you need a Benadryl or when your neighbor needs a Benadryl.
Right.
Nausea medicine, seasickness pills, like the list goes on and on. Also, I want you to also take your allergies seriously.
Yes,
especially
please.
In a place like Alaska. If you have a fish allergy, shellfish allergy, anything like that, even though you may not be the one that's having the shellfish on your plate or anything like that, if you're a person that's just allergic to it, and if it gets airborne, you just never know how you will have an allergic reaction to especially something like that in a destination that basically is known for seafood, fish, things like that. So definitely manage your own allergies very, very carefully. EpiPens, Benadryls.
Yeah.
And I also learned that don't just do the Benadryl pills. Take the chewables or the dissolvables with you, because if you're having a issue with your throat, you may not be able to swallow the pill. So definitely keep those things in mind. All right, y'all, as a bonus, listen, we pack these no matter what. I'm not turning it around because I don't want the video to get flagged, but y'all know what this box is. Flashbacks, triggers, but also flu A and B. So this is one of the tests that has also flu A and B. When you're in a destination like this, it is not uncommon for people to come down with things. Your climate is changed drastically from what you're probably used to. Then if you're getting wet, when I left out of there, I went not sick, I flew home sick.
Yep.
So
Both of us.
yeah, so basically I want you to be able to manage or be able to know what's going on with you, because just because you have a cough or a sneeze, it doesn't mean that you have one of these things, but it'd be nice to test to rule it out and be like, oh yeah, you know, I just have a common cold. And that way you can not only know what's going on with you, but you can protect your fellow neighbor as well by not exposing them to something.
Yep.
Now, everything that we have talked about will be in our Amazon storefront. We're going to do a pinned comment as well.
Yep.
A pinned comment is simply the first comment under this video. It'll be at the top always. Just hit it down below, expand it. You'll be able to see all the links. It'll also be in the description field.
All right, if you have enjoyed this video, you want to check out this video on the screen, what no one tells you before your first Alaskan cruise, and we're going to see you in the next video. Peace.